Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, it's the weekend, so I'm gonna try to do a backyard camp out. Now today, as promised in previous videos, I'm going to set up my 10x10 canopy and use the tent attachment to that canopy to camp out tonight. So I'm very much looking forward to that. We're gonna cook a nice dinner. Unfortunately, it's gonna rain all night. I don't know if that's unfortunate or a good thing. We could test out this setup because the reason why I got this setup is for when we're camping and it does rain, it protects you from the elements. So we're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna cook a nice meal. We're gonna have a great cigar. We're gonna have a real step 2 tonight. So stay tuned, guys. I hope you guys all had a great week and we're gonna have a fun little adventure tonight. Let's cue that music. Well guys, as you saw, we got the canopy up and the tent up, so that's great. And if you could probably hear, it's raining now and it's coming down pretty nicely and I'm perfectly dry. I love this setup. I have my patio table. We're gonna do some cooking out on the regular grill. It's gonna be an easy night. I'm looking forward to it, especially to see how well this tent holds up to the rain. So I'm also going to throw some description about the tent here later in the video. The name brand, show what it sells for on Walmart. It's an Ozark Trail. So, but we are going to have a long night tonight, and because of that, I'm probably going to end up with 2 cigars. So we're going to take a little break now and have a cigar and have a step 2, a Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke. And then later tonight, I actually have a step 2, so that's nice. So our cigar today, it's a premium nice cigar. It's a Monte Cristo. Now that's a very popular name. It's coming down. It's a very popular name. This is called the Platinum Series. So as you can see here, man, can you hear that? That's awesome. Perfectly dry, not getting wet, love it. So this is what they call a torpedo. See how the tip of the cigar actually torpedoes up? I'm just gonna flat cut it. Not very straight, but that's okay. Wow. It's coming down, guys. You can see it back there. That's something. Perfectly dry. Sharing a cigar with you guys. We have our porch lighter. Wow. Just in the nick of time. It's coming down. I want to see how well this canopy holds up to the rain as well. This was that canopy, I did a video on it a couple weeks ago. I bought this at Home Depot and I didn't skimp out. I didn't buy the cheaper canopy. I'm trying to learn that cheaper is always not better. So I bought the better quality canopy. I'm getting a little bit of a drip somewhere. I don't know where that's coming from, but a small drip's coming in, but not too bad. few little drips right in my pants, like right here. I don't know if I don't have the fly on right or what, but a little bit of a drip. But this is nice. So you can enjoy your camping environment while the elements are still not cooperating. So I'm just gonna sit here, enjoy my cigar. I'll touch back with you guys in a few. We're gonna have a nice dinner tonight. I'm just gonna do some burgers on the grill. I'm gonna try to make French fries outside on the butane stove. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that works out, but thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll touch base in a little while. So I quickly wanted to show you how this connects. So they do have this bungee clip, which is for tension, so there's not too much tension on the tent. There are these nice plastic clips that clips to the canopy, and there's also ties to help keep it in place. Also on the sides. There's also tension clips on the bottom. Is Ozark Trail. It's the canopy tent. Again, a very nice tent. I'm happy with it. Let's take a look inside. Haven't quite set up yet, but it's pretty roomy. You can see it pretty much will comfortably fit probably two. There's another window there to get some ventilation. It's gonna rain again, so the top does come off with the mesh netting on the roof, so that's nice in case it gets too hot. There are those little tiny rings in the corner there in the top where you can hang a light. And there is a bag on the side here for like your phone on the other side as well. And if you are at an electric site, there is an electric So all in all, it's a pretty nice tent. I like it. It does have the guide ropes to keep it stable. The back has the one bar to give it its form. Wow, guys, did you just see that rain? It was crazy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get dinner started. So tonight, we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna make some burgers on the actual grill, and I'm gonna try to do some homemade French fries on the butane stove. So I have one russet potato. I'm just gonna get this all prepped up, and I have some burger meat. I'm gonna make some burgers. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this going, and I'll follow back with you guys. I'll bring you along the way too. So stay tuned, guys. Well, guys, that rain came down again in like a torrential downpour. And the tent, well, it didn't keep up so well. So there's definitely leakage in the tent. So here, let me show you what I'm talking about here. Well, Houston, we have a problem. The tent is definitely leaking, as you can see. Everything's soaking wet, but I'm attempting to try to get a fire going. I'll keep you posted. So yeah, definitely some leakage in the tent. It is what it is. That rain was a torrential downpour. It was coming down sideways. So a little bit of a rain in the tent, it's expected. Hopefully that's it for the night. As you can see, I was trying to get a fire going. It's actually going pretty nice now. So I'm gonna try to keep that stoked and keep that fire going. I need a step 2, and tonight I'm actually having a real step 2. It's a tall boy, a Mick Ultra. So cheers, guys. That's good. That's a nice big tall boy. And I think it's time for another cigar. So, last week on Tuesday, we talked about a Rocky Patel cigar. It was Seed and Smoke that we had, which is one of their lower end cigars. But today we have one of their premium, better cigars. Probably one of their best cigars. Helicopter overhead. Probably one of their best cigars. It's called the San Andreas. This is by far my favorite Rocky Patel cigar that's out there. They're hard to find at some places. This is a vintage of 2006. It's a great smoke. This is a phenomenal smoke. I'm very excited to have this tonight. Let me just show you guys what this fire's going. I finally got it going, so take a look at this. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. Back to the cigar time. The fire's going great, so hopefully it stays going. We'll see. I'm not going to take any of the larger firewood and throw it on. That's all soaking wet over there, but we'll see how it goes. So it's a Rocky Patel vintage 2006 San Andreas. Just so you guys can see. So I'm going to take my cutter, just cut the end again. There you go. Nice clean cut. And you know what? I think tonight we're going to use our super torch. Well, I think the super torch is out of fluid. Okay, we're not using the super torch. Let's go ahead and use our normal lighter here. Now again, Rocky Patel cigars, by far this is my favorite Rocky Patel cigar. It's just a great smoke, very peppery, very strong. So again, if you're a newcomer to cigar smoking, probably won't be your favorite because again, it just bits you right on the tongue. It's very peppery. The minute you inhale, you can taste that pepper. It's very strong. Cheers, guys. So yeah, I'm glad we got the fire going. Can enjoy that. Still have the beautiful tent set up there. Am I a little flustered about the rain getting in the tent? Sure. But as anybody knows, when you go camping in the rain, there's gonna get some water in your tent. It's inevitable. There's gonna be some. There's not too much around the outside, just certain spots. It was raining. So we'll see. We'll see how tonight pans out. It does feel good to be out here camping again, even if it's in your backyard. I mentioned this before in a couple of my videos. Camping doesn't mean you have to go out to the woods. That's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to be camping at a campsite right now or at a dispersed campsite where there's nobody. But just in your backyard. You can enjoy the elements of camping in the privacy of your own backyard. I have a beautiful fire ring. I have a nice setup going on over there with the canopy in the tent. All in all, a great night. Still gonna do a great adventure. I was surprised to get that fire going because all of those logs were soaking wet. And I used one of those fire starters that I mentioned multiple times on the channel, the blue mountain ones, or the something mountain. They're the ones from Walmart that I showed you. They work phenomenal. And you know, I just throw that on, I lit it, and it's going to town right now. So hopefully it keeps the skeeters away because the mosquitoes are starting to come out. So I'm just gonna sit here, enjoy my cigar for a little while, have some of my step 2, and I'll touch base with you guys in a few. Good morning, guys. Well, that wasn't a bad sleep. It was a little chilly last night. It was down in the 50s. It's pretty cold right now. I did make some coffee. Cheers, guys. As for the setup, again, not a bad setup. I'm not sure if this is the particular tent you want to use if it is a bad rainstorm, because like I said, there was some leakage in the tent. It did dry up over the night. Didn't have more rain throughout the night, so that was nice. So I only had to deal with the rain from earlier in the evening. But it was a nice adventure, and I'm glad you guys came along with me. So I'm looking forward to the next one, and I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and hopefully we can reconnect on Tuesday. Have a great week, everybody.